John Delaney is a Democratic congressman from Maryland who announced in 2017 that he will be running for president in 2020. He's visited Iowa often since announcing his candidacy, having traveled to each of its 99 counties. He was in Fairfield on Saturday to stump for local candidates by knocking on doors. Delaney gave us his impression of Iowa.
So Iowa's great. What I'm always impressed by is how well informed the citizens in Iowa are about politics and policy. So what's great about going around Iowa and talking to voters is you have a really smart, informed conversation with them.
After bombs were mailed to prominent Democrats over the last week, Delaney issued a press release asking for a return of civility to politics. I asked him to elaborate.
I think it's missing in politics right now. We need to bring this country together, right? We're a terribly divided and fractured nation, and we can't continue like this. We can't be pitting American against American. We have to restore a sense of unity and common purpose to this country, and we have to actually start working together and finding common ground. We can't be dehumanizing the other side. We can't be using language of warfare when we talk about our political opponents.
So why did Delaney decide to run for president?
I think the central question facing this country is how do we take this terribly divided nation where American has been pitted against American and bring it back together. As someone who grew up in a blue-collar family, my dad was an electrician, I became a successful entrepreneur, I built 2 companies from scratch, created thousands of jobs, and now I've served in the Congress of the United States. That kind of background, I've lived the American dream, I've created jobs, but now I've done public service. It's a background that's based on getting things done, bringing people together and working together. And that's what we need to do in this country. We also need to focus on the future. The world is changing so fast. Technology, globalization, these things are fundamentally changing everything in our society, including the future of work. People estimate that 50 million jobs will be displaced by 2040 because of technology. We need a president who's thinking about these things, who's doing real things to prepare our citizens and our country for this future. So I want to be the president who unifies the country and has an exciting agenda of big ideas that actually prepares the American people for the future and is based on things we agree with each other on.
Delaney's call for civility and bipartisanship run in lockstep with a local candidate he's supporting, in his opinion. Mary Stewart, a Democrat who is running for the Iowa Senate, commented on having Delaney echo her own thoughts on reaching across the aisle.
Well, I'm pleased by that. I'm glad that he recognizes that, and I hope that other people do as well. My entire professional career involved working across 10 counties with, every school district, every city. So it was always about bringing people to the table, and I'm proud to say that the community college I worked for was so inclusive. We always worked with advisory groups. So listening to people and understanding their perspective is critically important to me, and it's something that I would intend to carry to Des Moines.
Delaney, Stewart, and a group of volunteers set off to encourage Iowans to vote. With just over a week remaining until Election Day, it will be a sprint to the finish line. For Atomo Radio News, I'm Ellis Kojo.